Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Dansby. I want to thank you for meeting with me today. My name is Mr. Posey, and I'm your child's English language arts teacher. I'm excited to discuss Ralph's progress and performance in the recent state testing he participated in. Are you both doing today? Good to hear. Let's dive into our agenda for today. We'll review Ralph's state testing results, discuss terminology within the testing report itself, and also talk about Ralph's strengths and areas for growth. Does that sound good to you? Good. All right. To start, I'll present Ralph's Oklahoma School testing program information. Then we'll discuss his performance levels across different reporting areas, and we'll finish with a specific plan for his growth. Also, make sure to leave some for your questions at the end. Well, here we have Ralph's Oklahoma State testing results. As you can see, the report that I presented to you. You can see that Ralph currently shows that Ralph is currently performing at the what we consider the basic level. The next thing I would like to point out to you on the report, just to clarify, is you will see a category listed for IEP. I want to clarify what this is an individualized education program is presented in the report. It's a document that outlines a specific educational goals and supports for students with disabilities, ensuring they receive the necessary accommodations for them to be successful in their academic venture in the classroom. This time I want to point out to you also as well here, you'll see that Ralph is currently not on an IEP. This means that Ralph is currently performing at a level that doesn't require additional academic support in order to perform at or above grade level successfully. No, man, at this time, I don't see Ralph needing to even be considered for an IEP or any type of service in that manner at this time. Thank you, though, for asking. Now I'd like to talk just a little bit about the different performance levels. Those levels indicate how well students have performed on the state assessments, ranging from below basic to advanced. You will see here it indicates that your son, Ralph, is currently scoring or performing at what is considered to be the basic level. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in Ralph's performance. So Ralph's performance, as indicated on the report, is basic. This means that Ralph has demonstrated a basic understanding of the required skills, but there's also room for improvement. So basically, he's performing at this level, showing he has the required skills for the grade level in which he's tested. The testing results are divided into several reporting areas, as you see in the report that I've given you. We're going to cover each area, starting with reading and the writing process, which is right next to the performance category. This reading and writing process area assesses the student's ability to read and write effectively. As you will see, it shows under this category that Ralph is currently performing at or near standard. This suggests that Ralph has the skills to partially master essential knowledge and is capable of foundational work that is proficient in reading and writing for a student of his grade level, a third grade reading test when he was tested. It also implies that Ralph may struggle to analyze and apply some knowledge to more complex reading and writing skills, something that we will cover shortly toward the end of the report when we talk about some areas of improvement or some areas that we would like to target to help strengthen his skills. The next area that we'd like to cover that was within the report is the critical reading and writing. This evaluates the ability of students, such as your son, Ralph, to analyze and engage with text. You will see that Ralph's indicator for this category is at or near standard. This shows that Ralph is capable of comprehending, interpreting, and analyzing a variety of texts and can write for varied purposes. Ralph should also be able to identify literary elements and successfully create written work for any specific reason. The next category we'd like to discuss with you is vocabulary. Vocabulary section assesses word knowledge and word usage. You can see also that Ralph is currently performing at or near standard. This means that Ralph has a basic use of vocabulary knowledge and resources to interpret text through word parts, word relationships, and context clues, as well as using appropriate vocabulary to write clearly and effectively. Next category is area of language, which examines grammar and conventions. Ralph's indicator, again, also on this, shows that he is performing at or near standard. This indicates that Ralph can effectively use language skills such as reading comprehension, writing, grammar, and vocabulary. It also implies that Ralph can interpret text successfully, analyze information, and communicate ideas in a clear manner. The last category we'd like to look at and provide or offer an explanation to you is area of research. This area focuses on the ability to gather and evaluate information. Ralph's indicator, again, is at or near standard. This suggests that Ralph can effectively identify credible sources of information, formulate research questions, and gather relevant information from various formats, for example, text, digital sources, and also that Ralph can demonstrate the ability to analyze information, synthesize findings, and draw reasonable conclusions based on research. The next category I would like to review with you is the OPI. The OPI, the OPI stands for Oklahoma Performance Index, which provides a comprehensive overview of the student's performance. As you can see here, under the OPI category, Ralph's OPI indicator is 291. This indicates a level of performance that suggests Ralph is approaching or meeting the expected standards in that subject area. This may also imply Ralph has a solid grasp of key concepts, but may also have some areas in need of improvement. Students with this indicator may benefit from additional support or targeted instruction in specific areas to help them improve their overall performance and achieve a higher proficiency level. One of the last categories that I would like to review with you and explain is the category titled growth or growth points. Growth points indicate how many points a student would need in order to reach the next performance level. So for Ralph, he has 9 growth points needed to advance to the next level. This means Ralph needs to increase his score to move from his current level to the next level. For example, if a student is currently at near standard or at standard and needs 9 growth points to reach the next category, they would need to improve their performance in the specific areas assessed by the test. I would also like to address and review some of what I feel like are Ralph's strengths. One of Ralph's strengths is demonstrating an understanding of main ideas, and he can effectively identify key details within the text. Also, his ability of developing vocabulary and can use context clues to understand new words, indicating a strong foundation for further vocabulary growth. Additionally, Ralph can organize thoughts and ideas and shows an ability to structure sentences and paragraphs, which is crucial for effective writing. Some areas for growth based on information that we've gathered and analyzed from his assessment report. In terms of growth, Ralph can improve in reading comprehension by developing and understanding text structure, for example, cause and effect, and also sequencing, making inferences and predictions, and in his writing skills by organizing ideas a little more clearly to help develop main ideas in his writing in a more effective manner. A specific plan for supporting growth that I would like to recommend to you as parents for consideration for us to work together moving forward. In order to support Ralph in these areas, I would recommend placing Ralph into some small group sessions based on reading levels with an emphasis on text that tends to challenge Ralph while building comprehension skills, while emphasizing strategies like summarizing, questioning, and making connections. Using graphic organizers, I believe would help Ralph visualize his understanding and encourage participation in writing workshops where Ralph can practice different forms of writing and expression. Before we wrap up our meeting today and our review of the testing report, do you have any questions or concerns about what we've discussed today? Well, thank you. I enjoyed taking the time to explain Ralph's testing. I do hope this gives you a much better understanding of where Ralph is actually currently performing. Uh, if you don't have any further questions at this time, I would like to also just say I really appreciate you coming out and want to thank you for your time today, Mr. and Mrs. Dansby. I appreciate your partnership in Ralph's education. I know together we can help Ralph succeed. And I look forward to meeting you in our next meeting to provide some additional updates. Again, thank you for attending today and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.